Hello, Ranlife Real Estate. It's Dave Stokoe from your broker team here at Ranlife Real Estate. Running Man is a tool that you absolutely need to know how to use. In the next few moments, I'm going to give you a quick overview of how to use Running Man to save you time and money. Let's go ahead and get started. You're taking a look at my screen here. This is the Running Man dashboard. I want to show you the very fundamentals. This is how I got into it. If you've never been in Running Man or you're a new agent with us, you're going to want to check it out. So the site essentially is runningman.ranliferealestate.com, and that will get you to the login homepage. There is a difference between the loan side and the real estate side, so make sure that you're in the real estate side. You'll be assigned a username and a password. Pretty simple. Typically, it's your first name and first letter of or first initial of your last name to get you in as your username. So let's go back to this dashboard. I want to do three things with you here today. First, just want to give you a quick overview of the Running Man tool. Second, I want to show you how to add a new client and add people to your database here. And then third, I want to show you how to load a transaction. We're going to make it super clean, super easy, and hopefully fun as well. So let's go ahead and take a look. You can see this is the Running Man dashboard. As you get into this, there are a number of great tools. Hopefully I'll be able to get to all of them because the screen share video. But you've got your calendar, you've got the opportunity to create a lead, you've got your dashboard here. I want to show you just a couple of simple features. You can access your email over here. If you are assigned a desk phone, you can get into that over here as well. And there's so many great tools. I invite you to get in and just play with this. One of the things that you can check on here is click on this and you can see your President's Club points for the year as you track towards Maui for this year, baby. Who knows where it'll be next year. So the focus of today, though, is I want to show you a couple of different things. First, let's just look at how to add a lead. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this tab right here and I'm going to create a lead. And let's just say I'm creating a lead named Test Seller, and they are Test Seller. We're going to call these guys 2@gmail.com. You have to have an email address, and you also have to have a phone number. 801. We're going to go 111-1111. What a great number. The benefit code. This is how we in the office know how to pay out on this particular transaction. So make sure that you get this right. If it's a personal deal, you're going to put PRL. So put that in here, PRL. That's personal loan or personal deal. And you can also put different fields for other lead types. If it's an office referral, you want to note that as well. And I'm just trying to, here it is, CRL. Oh, sorry, not CRL, but there is one for a company lead as well. Get in there, check it out. You'll see it. Make sure and mark those because we can track those on our side. If it's a company lead, a Ranlife lead, make sure and note it here because we see it on our side. Let's rock. So now I've created this lead, and I'm going to take you into the profile of a client inside of Running Man. So this is how you're going to add everybody. I would encourage you when you first join the organization, or if you've been with us for a while, to upload and get all of your contacts in here so you can use this as a CRM or a database the way that it should be and stay in touch with your clients, as well as add new clients, new leads, new transactions as you go. So just to show you, this is a quick overview. Now what we're doing is we are inside of the test seller, their profile. And so what you're going to see is up here, this is just basic information. You can assign them to a Ranlife loan officer. You can stay in constant contact. You can create another transaction. We'll get back to that important tab. But first I want to start with this. So I inputted this person as a buyer rather than a seller. So we're going to call him a buyer in this case. But the first thing that you need to do is go in and fill out the client data sheet. So you're going to go in, and this is done for a buyer once you have them under contract. It would be great if you already had the lead in there. You had added them prior because you're working with them. And now that you have a transaction, you're uploading this. The reality is a lot of us, the first time we start using this is as we have a buyer go under contract. So you've got a buyer go under contract. You're going to come in here. You're going to upload all of the information about the subject property. Make sure and fill this out in its entirety. You're going to put the lender's information as well. and you're going to go in and put your client's information, phone numbers. This is great for you because now you have access to this, and it's easy to get to all those details when you get called up and need to know something about the transaction. If there's a co-client, make sure and put that in here. And this is important as well. You want to make sure and put in here what the commission being offered is, if there's a home warranty, what amount that is, the purchase price, closing costs paid by seller. These are all the details. So when you show up and want to get your check at the end of the deal, this is where the information pulls from. So make sure that you get it right up front. So all that should get in there. The other thing that you want to make sure and add as well is the buying agent's information. In this case, again, we said it was buyer, it'd be you. Make sure and include the title information for both sides of the transaction. That information should be in Runningman as well. And then the final thing is just any notes that you want to add. As you do this and input this information, you have to click Save Client Data so that that information gets saved. And then what you'll end up with, it's going to look really blank in mine, but is kind of an overview or a cover sheet of this. So now I can go to documentation and start adding documentation for this. So if I click on this cover sheet button, what I will see, and this is a great reference for you as you're inside of the transaction, at a glance, you're going to have all of the information here. You can see I have everybody's information, all of the dates of the timeline of the sale, all of those great details, which so often we get called and we're like, we don't have it right on us, but this is the cover sheet. It gives you all that and you're there. So let's go back to this. I want to show you now, we talked about adding a lead, so that's how to add a lead. Now let me cover how to upload documents for this transaction. So you're going to come in here, you're going to see that each one of the standard forms inside of an agreement, in this case, if it were a buyer, is going to be inside of here. Buyer due diligence, you're going to upload. All of the other confirmation of earnest money, everything. So a couple things that are important to understand. When do we use Runningman? We should use it all the time, but the reality is when you get a client and a buyer client under contract, this is how you upload the docs. This is how the office gets that information and is aware that you have a property under contract and there's a sale. So you would come in, let me just show you quickly the process of uploading a doc. So you're going to go here, and you're going to go to this button here, upload file. You're going to click on that. You're going to say choose file. I intended to do a seller for this video, so I have some test docs saved here. So I'm going to put test seller, and I had test seller repsy. So I'm going to click on that. Now I'm just going to click on submit. Bang. There it is. You can go and look at it to make sure that the document uploaded correctly. Wow, there it is. Blank repsy, baby. Of course, your document will have a contract, seller's information, buyer's information, the actual deal, or whatever it was that you uploaded. But that's how easy it is to upload a doc. Now, that was our cover sheet. There was our doc. Let's go back to our screen here, and you're going to see that here. So the standard forms like the repsy and some of the standard buyer docs are going to be inside of it already. Preloaded, easy, bang, you're done. However, there's going to be additional docs that you might need to upload as well. So let me show you how to add a document inside of a transaction. Once you've got the repsy, let's suppose you had an FHA addendum that you were going to need to add to this file as well. Let's go up. You're going to click on Add a Document. There you see there's going to be a drop-down menu, and you're going to have a number of different options. So just go down inside here, find the form that you're trying to upload. In this case, again, supposing it was an FHA VA addendum, we would click on Add. Now, where we're going to see that is down inside of these docs down at the bottom. These are the custom docs that I'm adding to the file. So now I see this tab, FHA VA addendum. I'm going to go ahead and upload there. So I would go back, I would choose a file. you've saved these in a PDF format. They need to be in a PDF to your desktop or your downloads inside of your computer. You're going to snag it right there. Go to desktop or wherever you got it saved. I have test seller docs saved in here that we're going to use. So there it is, FHA addendum. I'm going to click on that, and now I'm going to submit it. Bang, there it is. Let's make sure it's there. So now, let's see, it should be right here. So submitted FHA VA addendum. Let's check it out, make sure that it made it. Boom, there it is. So I've added that doc. Cool, we're making some progress. We're getting the file together. We're getting moving. So once you have a buyer under contract, you're going to go into Runningman. You're going to add them as a lead, all of the information to create this RepC cover sheet, all of the great details surrounding the transaction there. And then again, you're going to upload doc by doc. If you look inside of here and you're adding a form that's not on the left side here already, you're going to click on Add Document, and you're going to look at the drop-down menu. And for addendums, just so you're aware, when you click on that, you're going to see here on the screen, you can choose addendum 1. If it's 2, you'll put 2. If it's 3, and so forth, right? So easy, simple, makes sense. If it's a form that's not identified by one of these titles, you're going to create custom, and then you're going to give it a title name. So there you go. That gets you all the information. So an important thing to note, you're not going to click submit for review until you have all of the documentation for that transaction. Again, if you're representing a buyer, put into Runningman. That's when you're going to click submit for review. Now the office gets alerted to that there's a new file, a new transaction, and documents to look at. So for buyers, at the time of contract, you're going to hit submit for review. As you add documents, like things like the home warranty or the PR, yes, those need to go into Runningman, but you don't want to keep hitting submit for review, because then what happens in our office, we start looking at these docs that say submit for review, and we're looking at it and we're like, huh, nothing really happened. So if there's things that aren't of great consequence, submit those or upload the document, but don't hit submit for review. What you're going to want to do is hit submit for review about a week before you're closing to make sure that all of the documents are ready and that everything looks the way that it should. That way you've got a complete file. It'll get audited, it'll get reviewed. That helps you get paid on time, baby. You gotta like that. So review, you know, a week before closing. You can review at other times. I'm just telling you, again, if it's like a boilerplate or standard thing, don't worry about review. So the other piece I was going to add to that is on the listing side. You're going to go in, add the listing docs, everything else, and then once you've got all the listing docs and everything, then you're going to hit submit for review. But you're going to need the MLS cover sheet, or the MLS printout sheet. You're going to need the listing agreement, all the other documents that are associated with the listing. Those go in. And again, when you take a listing, you're going to put it and email that information to files@ranlife.com, and that is how we're going to be alerted that you've taken a listing, and we're going to go ahead and get it on the market for you, get the sign order and everything else. You do need to email signs@ranlife.com for the sign, though, by the way. Okay, let's roll. So there we go. That's uploading. There are some great tools as well inside of here, like and I'm covering the button here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get out of the way. Oh, sweet. Look at that. Tools. So there are like a PDF splitter inside of here, a PDF merger, a compressor. These are all tools like similar to DocuSign or dotloop, where you can break up your PDFs and use these tools. Get in there. I'm not going to walk through them now, but you'll see how to play with them, how to get there. Okay, so now we understand uploading a transaction. We understand adding a lead. Let's talk about a few of the finer details then. So suppose that transaction I just put under contract something goes bad and now I need to cancel that deal. I'm going to actually go into that original transaction and I'm going to add a cancellation sheet addendum, and then I need to add it here. However, we need the original file and then we need the new file when you go get something else under contract. So what you're going to do is, once you've got another deal, you're going to go in and you're going to hit create sub-transaction. And it says you will be creating a new transaction still connected to the original client. Yes, that's what I want to do. So I'm going to click on that. And what's cool is, if I did it right, you should import all of that same cover sheet information except the other sides of the transaction. So you save yourself some time there. It gets imported. But again, we need the existing file that failed. Now we need the new file. You're inside of this here, and you did that by creating a custom, or sorry, sub transaction. So there you go. Now, same process, upload the new contract, all of those docs as well. One other finer point detail that I want to mention: if you have a correction inside of a document, suppose that I'm inside of docs here, documentation, and I've got a REPC, and say I submitted the initial file for review and it comes back and we're missing initials on pages 2 and 3 of the REPC, I'm going to have to actually go in and upload the corrected file, but realize that the file that I'm uploading is going to overwrite or kind of negate that first file. So the easy way to say that is, when I put 6 new pages in, pages 1 through 6 need to go. You need to replace the whole REPC, not just pages 2 and 3 that didn't have the initial. Make sense? So corrections, resubmit the entire form if it's a multi-page document. Make sense? Yeah, you bet it does. All right. So that is a rough overview of the Runningman system, but shows you how to kind of use it, how to upload docs. If you have questions, feel free to reach out to myself or other agents or on our broker team and staff as well. We can help you with this. It's super easy, super simple. There are other great tools as well. So I won't go into great detail, but all your Ranlife logos, if you company phone lists, if you're looking for anyone on the loan side or the real estate side as well, that's in here. One other thing I want to point out for resources, and hopefully I can find it easily, but all of our preferred contractors are in here too. So often you have agents shooting out emails saying, hey, who knows a good painter, who knows a good plumber or whatever. That list is actually in here, and I believe it's inside of resources. And then we're going to continue to build out training video and everything else. So there you go. Ranlife Real Estate is here to make your life easier and to make it simple and save you money as you do transactions. We want to make sure that you're putting money in your pocket and maximizing your time and your energy spent. I know that Runningman is a phenomenal tool. However, you need to learn how to use it, and that's why we've done these great videos. Go ahead and check this video out in the future at our YouTube link by going to just putting Ranlife Real Estate in youtube.com. You should find our channel, and you'll see this video and so many others. Onward and upward, baby. Now I got to figure out how to click my video and finish this. And I don't know where the button is. That's awesome. How do I stop recording? Huh. Ouch. That'll be awesome if that didn't even record. Then I get to do it all over again. Stop. Yes, no, maybe. Dang, guys and gals. I don't know if this even worked, which sucks. Usually you just hit stop right here. There it is. Holy crap. Hopefully I can take that off the end. Rock and roll, baby.